Friar Joseph Blay. He is a Catholic priest and also a Franciscan order and a native of Jema, the only island amid a sea of Galamsey towns in the Aoi municipality, and he's passionate about also the environment and ecology. His PhD dissertation was a phenomenological study of artisanal and small-scale gold mining in Ghana, rural poverty, mitigation, and aggravation. And he joins me via Zoom for a conversation. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for your time.
Hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? I'm fine. I guess you're also good.
Right, thank you. We are. I did ask a question. After your PhD research and presentation, has the situation changed? Has it gotten better or worse?
Worse.
So
it has gotten worse.
When was this PhD and how many years now so far?
Yeah, I did my research in 2019, and then I came again in 2021 at both Aguna Memfi in the Wasa area and the Nyawa.
Okay, so what are these fundamentals that you make it, you define it to be, or you conclude that it's actually a worse situation that we find ourselves in now?
Yeah, the worst situation is that from the time that I went, for example, I was in the Nyawa, the Ankobra is still worsened. The time that I did my research in 2021, I went to Enchi. I stopped at Achimfo where the river Dosue passed. If I have to show you the picture, as at 2021, Achimfo was pristine. The river was very good. Now, 2020 up to 2024, there is nothing to write home about the river Dosue. And then at that time also, I took pictures and videos of the Boyne River, which is at Boyne, so you cross it before going to Enchi, from Enchi going to Elubo. That time also the Boyne was quite pristine. Now the Boyne has been devastated. In fact, just last month or last 2 months, they have excavated even the bridge to the extent that the whole bridge collapsed, and that the people didn't have any way of commuting between Enchi and Elubo.
So the rivers that your research were based on, did they look like they had hopes at the time, 2021?
Yes, as for example, at Hinyawa, I met the elders, I spoke with them about the dangers and what they could do. So I gave them some hope. And then when I go to Achimfo, where they had not even tampered with the Dosue River, I met some of the ladies and the people, and they said, yeah, we know it's bad. But then, as Mr. Sabil came, you have some people in government, they come promising them this type of galamsey, which they call the community mining, which I say that it is the school name of galamsey. Let's say galamsey is illiterate, and then they just give it a baptismal name, say community mining. So when you go to Achimfo, that is what happened. They came with community mining. They excavated even the road, a road, one of the best quality roads in Ghana, built with the taxpayers' money. They excavated, and the road just rolled over to the point that they have to rehabilitate the road.
So specifically, government officials came to them, promising them what they call community mining.
Exactly. So if you go to Achimfo, there's a community mining. If you go to Wasajaka, there's also the community mining. And all these, as the time that I was doing my research in 2021, there were cocoa farms along the road. As at now, all the cocoa farms have been excavated. And as you travel from Enchi to Bordier, which may be less than 50 kilometers or something like that, it took us, I was there last week, it took us 3 hours. Both sides of the road have all been excavated by illegal mining.
So let me get into religion. You're a priest, am I correct?
Yes.
So
I am.
We, as media personnel, have called on you many times that the Christian body must speak up. Do you feel embarrassed on behalf of your colleagues?
I do feel embarrassed that the church has been, I'm talking about the church, not only a Catholic, but the Christian domain has been very, very dormant, inactive, and unconcerned, which is against even the teachings of our present Pope. Pope Francis just made a very strong statement in his encyclical called Laudato Si, number 64. He says that even people whom we call philanthropists, who are not even Christians, the simple fact that they being human beings, they care for the environment of which they are part. In our turn as Christians, we must realize that we have the responsibility within creation and then our duty towards God and the Creator to take care of the environment. It is part of our Christian faith. So it means that here we are failing. This is a country of 70% Christians. And then again, if you read a biblical note from Genesis, in Genesis 2:15, God gave us the land. He put Adam in the Garden of Eden and said, take care of it, till and cultivate. And so that is the message that we have to give, to tell people that we are failing. God made us stewards of creation, stewards of the environment. And in our turn, what are we doing? The 70% people that we hold as Christians, they are the very people who are there doing the mining. They bring us the money we take. It's time that we can see, if you bring this type of money, we will not take it. We have to condemn them. That is evil. You are practically killing the next generation. You are killing rivers, ecosystem, everything, and you bring such money.
Exactly
that
my
money
point,
is dirty.
Father. I'm reflecting on you as churches who mostly are visited by politicians during these campaign seasons, and you receive them gladly, yes. You clap for them, you hail them, you take their monies. You are condoning the activities that they are engaged in. And you know, in fact, you have gone a step further to conduct these, this research. And so you have even more than what your colleagues, the information your colleagues actually have. You can lead a campaign, can't you? You should begin to drive out the politicians when they come to your churches.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing, because I really disagree that, for example, if let's say one church here in Cape Coast, you have a politician coming visiting 10 churches or 20 churches, and they are donating at every church. Do we question where does the money come from? So if we are collecting this money, then certainly we are condoning their activities, their dubious activities. So it's time for the church to really come out. As Jesus said, we cannot serve both God and mammon. So that the crave also for wealth is part of it. I agree with you.
Father Joseph Blay,